I think it's on. Let's see here. Let me see if this is working.
You may not find us on your TV because in case you did not know, we're being brought to you by
OTR.
Brought to you by
27.085 megahertz.
Brought to you by RADI.
The Old Tube Radio Network.
Yeah, hello radio. We haven't had Skip pretty much all the last 3 days, and then the last hour in comes the noise. I kind of thought we would be having a lot of activity because of the field day, fixing up the ionosphere, but 11, 10, 12, 15 haven't been that great. So we'll see what happens. Sun is still shining through the window, kind of messing up the lights, and we'll get everybody checked in. There's some early check-ins, but let me just make sure that we are working. Hello radio here on Channel 11. Over. Think we chased away Skipland. Hello, radio. I think I hear 61 out there. Over. All right, yeah, there is a lot of noise going on, so we will get you checked in. Hello, radio. Let me see if Chris is out there. 00. And I'm trying to make sure that I've got my items. Control's not showing the box here. I wonder what happened to it. I can control that. All right, we'll go. We will go with that. I've got a couple of check-ins, and we will get as we go along, and we'll see if we can make it through without falling off the chair here tonight.
Breaker.
Breaker, go over.
Thank you, Dennis. I thought 00 was Harvey.
00 is Chris, 37.
I thought that finished up already.
Well, actually, it did, and he is the new one.
Did I miss something?
Oh, wait a minute. You are right. Hold on. We got somebody gave me the wrong list here. Hold on a second.
Yeah, I think I missed something.
Wait a minute. This is the old list. I got to find the new one here.
Yeah, that'd be Harvey. Because you said the last time when you made him 00 that it was over 40 years ago. The last time he was 00.
Yeah, I'm glad somebody's paying attention. Hold on a second. Okay, I believe I have the proper list now. Hang on. Rob, you were right. It didn't even take 2 minutes to get started. And no, I haven't been drinking. All right, I'm going to get the wrong paperwork out of here. Let's do this again.
You may not find us on your TV because in case you did not know, we're being brought to you by
OTR.
Brought to you by
27.085 megahertz.
Brought to you by RADI.
The Old Tube Radio Network.
You know, that's what happens when... I still don't have the control room thing on. I don't know what's up with that, but that's what happens when all the staff is out on vacation. They leave it up to me to try to do it. Okay, this is much better. We got 61 checked in. I see a couple of people that are going to get checked in for early. A lot of people doing things tomorrow or this weekend. So understand that. If you need to get in and get out, let me know and we will make sure that you can do that. Let's start with 00 from the west side over.
I guess that would be me. Okay. 00 number 20, checking in. Please check in 29 and 54 also. And I'm going to try and have a radio of interest tonight. We'll see. Maybe, maybe not.
Well, we'll probably have Skip going away, so you have plenty of time to get it connected and get the clip leads up wherever they should be and all of that. So we'll look for you then. Thanks for checking in and being there to check in.
You bet. Okay, catch after a while.
All right, and I've got the right home game now. It's only 2 X's in the score instead of 8. The Old Tube Radio Network, real radio's glowing in the dark. My name is Dennis, one of the many net controls to occupy the Old Tube Radio air chair, something we have been doing, this Old Tube Radio Network thing, since about 1986, I believe. Isn't that right, Kevin? Somewhere around there, about 40 years ago, when a group of people said, let's break away from whatever channels we monitor and head over to channel 11 and pull out any and all of the tube radios that we may or may not actually be talking on anymore and fire them up and get away from the H&D a little bit and do this thing. And so we've been doing this thing since then, acknowledging the listeners that may or may not have radios. You don't have to have radio to jump in here. And then along the way, sometime in the 21st century, there was a streaming thing added and a video thing added so that many of you could participate as well. So don't be shy. If you don't have a radio or any special numbers on a piece of paper, stop by and say hello, radio. With that said, the direct and net roll call of the listeners, Tube Radios, will be coming up shortly. Hopefully we'll have some skip for any people that are hearing us out there. Like to jump in and say hi. We'll be listening for that as well. SWL 00 is in. We're also getting an X in the square for SWL number 1 Cosmically, no doubt, and the guy who has 9 pounds of good modulation. I think he was up on the chat a little while ago. Say hello to Mr. OBP. Also, let's try Rob, SWL number 3 with a proxy, and I did see Levon, Rainmaker. I believe Old Radio Night is on hiatus tonight, so might have some of you listening in from the Old Radio Night group. Welcome to you. Let's go to SWL 7.
Break OTR.
And the break OTR, go ahead over.
Yeah, 53 checking in there early there, Dennis, right?
All right, Mr. Belair, we will get your early check-in so you can enjoy our great weather that we're having here in the beginning of summer. It doesn't feel like summer around here. Got you checked in.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye.
And I saw some people also out saying that it's hotter than you know what. Way out there somewhere in Tennessee, Texas, I don't know. But here on the West Coast, here in the West, it is unusually clear and windy and not real hot, which is a nice thing. Was there a breaking station? Go ahead. Yeah, 195 up in Coarsegold, where it's probably sweater weather. I checked the temperature up in Lodgepole. It was like 55 degrees. So 195, we got you checked in. Over. Yeah, it's the end of June, and the reports are that it's chilly. Got you checked in. Let's go to, we called 7. How about SWL 9 or 982 out there in Sanger, Mr. Dirt Dog?
How about it? This is Dirt Dog
982 sounding good. Thanks for joining us on the Old Tube Radio Network. Your signal is bouncing over the airwaves and right here in the net control through the skip, and you are sounding good. Thanks for checking in. Over.
All right, thanks, Dennis.
All right, thanks for checking in. Will we make it up to Idaho where it's raining? I think cold and rainy up there too. SWL 10 and 30. I'll look for the Jumping Dolphins coming on at some point. 11 and 12. Of course, Cornbread Dan and Dapper Dan. I was looking and feeling dapper until the beginning of the net here when I realized I didn't have my paperwork. So number 12, Dapper Dan, you get the award tonight. There is no way that I'm going to even get close, even get on the same lap with Dapper Dan and the dapperness tonight. So 11 and 12 are checked in. And there is SWL 13 checking in on the crossband. I hear you out there, 13. We will get you checked in, KB6GFD. And Mr. Cobra on the crossband. Looking good with an X in the square. Or a reasonable facsimile thereof. And speaking of crossband, I believe... hello, Satbear. KB6GFD, what happened to your signal? Over.
Well, yeah, I'm outside on a handheld. Rubber ducky, you can hear me. That's good.
Yeah, you're just barely making it through with the rubber ducky. I thought maybe you had joined 40 on his e-bike, and we're pedaling down the hill. But I do hear you, and we've got you checked in. Enjoy the nice weather outside. Thanks for checking in. KB6GFD. Okay, a dual band check-in from outside. I think that's where a lot of people are tonight. Let's go back to Sangertown, if you can hear me through the noise. SWL 14.
Yeah, good evening, Dennis. SWL 14 checking on in.
All right, you are sounding good. The skip has died down a little bit, but you are making it through no problem.
Yeah, thank you, and I'll probably try and check this dude in a little bit later.
All right, whatever it is, it sounds good. Nice, clear, and loud audio, so we will look forward to that when we start glowing in the dark. Thanks. So 14 is checked in. Also, Hans was there moments ago at SWL 15. He's got places to be, people to see, and so he was heading and maybe headed out the door. So 15 is officially checked in now. And yeah, it's the ARRL field day going on. 40 meters was good, 20 was good, 15 was light. 10 was pretty much non-existent here, but we'll see. I don't know if we can get a contact from somebody or not. This is I'm a 1 Delta SJV. I gave a couple of contacts today. Foxman 362, excessive heat. That's what I was reading. We're getting the unusually cold weather. You know, we're minus 15 degrees where we should be, and you guys are plus 15 degrees, so it is strange stuff going on. And hello to Bill William. William Curtis is in there. Hello, Radio Douglas McDougall. Doug, thanks for jumping in. And where are we going? SWL 16 with an X in the square. Checking in from somewhere. Both Charlie and Chet are off on a little vacation, kind of free 4th of July stuff. So that's why when I don't have my crew here, I can't get started off. So if you see me looking around, it's because we don't have cue cards. Who's doing the cue cards? Somebody came out from the green room and is helping me. And you turn it the other way. All right, that's good. 16, let me put you in correctly that way. Looks good. SWL 17. SWL 18. I've got a check-in from Facebook for 18. That's Mikey. And SWL 19. Oh, is it out in the RV? out in the yacht. I don't know wherever he goes on vacation, flying the Learjet on his way to Nova Scotia. You are checked in, Chet. Let's go to SWL 20. Well, he checked in as 00. So he probably thought, well, why do I need to check in again? I know he's there. I'll put the X in the square. SWL 21 GT on hiatus tonight. I was looking to see if I can find. Okay, here is something he did just a few days ago. Let me see if I can bring it up on the screen. And this is a radio that used to be around these parts here in the Central Valley. It's the Buddy Bass, and he has been setting it up this week. You can see there's the transmitter. There's a receiver underneath. And I don't know why it's playing music.
That's my new radio I got.
There it is.
I bought it about a year ago.
And so we'll have to get some reports from JT on how the badass Buddy Bass is doing. But with or without modifications, they are always doing pretty good. But that's Mr. JT and the Wasama Swamps demoing. There it is. There's the on-the-air light. That is a pretty cool 3-piece radio. Even Browning couldn't come up with that. So thanks, buddy. RC11B, TX11B, and the on-the-air speaker light. Thanks for giving us a demo, Mr. JT, and we will look forward to getting you back into the air chair soon. Let me get back to the control room here.
Radio is Mr. 709, northwest corner, Briga.
And now we do have conditions. 709, the old Tube Radio Network. Haven't heard you in a long time. Hello, radio. Maybe you're listening to Southern California, Northern California, Central California, 709. Thanks for checking in. SWL 22. How about Alaska? If we're getting Washington, can we get Alaska? Hello, Tyler. SWL 23. Can we do the short skip out of Morro Bay, Cayucas, San Jose? Somewhere like that. SWL 24. Was Joseph in early? I think he was. Let me put the X in the square. Let me go through the skip down over the Giraffe to Madera Heights, SWL 25.
Hey, Dennis, you sound pretty good way up in Spokane this evening. Thought you ought to know.
Yeah, Jerry, I hear you 25, and 709, we hear you out in Spokane from the old 2 Radio Network. Thanks for jumping in. Hello, radio.
Right back. I'm going to jump in one more time, jump out, checking in, Dennis. I'll see you now.
All right, 709. Haven't heard you in a while. We're going to get that summertime e-skip, so anything is possible tonight. Keep the radios handy. If you are out of town, maybe we'll be talking to you. Directed net roll call, page 2, SWL 27.
27's checking in live from Studio G, where I have 79 degrees and a little bit of breeze blowing out there.
You know, it is like, what is going on? 79, what we got here, the breeze is going on. They're having a heat wave in Tennessee and out that way with extra flavor in the heat and not so here. So maybe we can send them some cool temperatures. You are sounding good, by the way. That radio is working.
Roger. All right. Thanks, Dennis. Number 27, 1 Delta, San Joaquin Valley.
All right, and I'm also a 1 Delta SJV. I actually gave a couple of contacts today. When the 40 meters was not too bad, 20 was not too bad. Everything else was not good at all. So hopefully the band's open up in 10 and the 10-meter guys are getting some contacts. Thanks for stopping by. Dwayne is in. Let's go up to Gary, where that Delta breeze is probably the mid to low 70s. up there in Sacramento, Rockland, Lincoln, Penryn, Roseville. What is going on in the green room tonight? I was kind of running around getting things set up, so I didn't even go by the buffet table tonight. Having a root beer in the bottle, that's always good. If you get the top off, you can find one of the bottle openers around here. Popcorn, planning 4th of July extravaganza, plenty of food and drinks. And Dennis will be highlighting the fireworks. I'm kind of thinking that when the sun goes down here tonight, we might be hearing some of them outside the window. Far away, I hope. 72. That's crazy, huh? It's the end of June and it's 72. Who would have thunk? Let's go. Thanks, Gary. SWL 29's got to check in. SWL 30. We are waiting for Dwayne and Chrissy. I know it's probably raining up there, but we just heard Spokane, so northern Idaho can't be far behind. Robert and Teresa were in earlier. I'll have to scroll back and see if they gave me a weather report on what was going on. But hopefully, if you're having the high heat and humidity, it's not too bad. And I'm thinking we're going to send you some cooler weather here. At least that's what we're getting now. SWL 32 with the radio at the ready. The T240D. Well, you just heard Spokane coming in, and that's typically what we're going to get. It's the 500 to 700 mile kind of short sporadic E, but there ain't any reason why we can't get Arizona, New Mexico, and parts of Texas. The DX map. Let me see. I brought mine up earlier, and it wasn't quite running that well. Here it is. It's showing a whole bunch of stuff, but the area, the purple area, is what we are looking at or looking for. And if I zoom in, you can see it looks like it's right over. No, it's up at Colorado. I wonder if Rob is listening. In Utah and New Mexico. That's the 10-meter section right there. But you can see the band is open pretty much on 15 and 20. So we'll see if that spreads out a little bit. You can see there's a little bit happening right in Central California where we are. We're at the Star. And so right there, so maybe we'll get something. The other map, which should be that one there, as usual, got some openings all the way up to 6 meters across the U.S. Not too much going on in California. We'll see what'll happen. Rob, you are at the ready. We will keep our fingers crossed. Maybe we'll get a contact here coming up. Thanks for jumping in. SWL 33, myself, Bozo Control, a honk of the proboscis, looks good.
You still got it going on up in the northwest, Dennis.
All right, 709, we're still beaconing in, probably with the mini grass as well. El Toro, yeah, we're going to send some cool weather your way, hopefully soon. I think we got another day or two of whatever's happening, and then we will be back. It should be like in the 100-degree weather here, but I'm not complaining. Let's see. I am 33 is in. We're gonna get Jimmy up there in Batavia, and Railroader and Captain Chaos, SWL 34. You can hear mini grass kind of coming in. 3200 California. It's in the San Francisco Bay. It's 65 degrees. That's actually kind of typical. That's sort of like nice July weather. It could be 55, right? 65 isn't bad. And usually when it's really hot here, it's cold there. And when it's cooler here, it is warmer in the Bay Area. And Jimmy Z, thank you out there in New Jersey. Hello to all the OTR people. Neil, while you are here present, I'm going to get you checked in. We are having like a wacky 80-degree summer weather here in Fresno. So this is when you should be visiting. Good conditions from the Midwest, then New York and New England came in. Weather getting hot and steamy. That's what I heard. It's like pretty miserable. Dr. Jazz 887, North Carolina. Visit your old crew in Fresno here for the next couple of days. It'll be good. Mr. Bill, SWL35, Red Monkey Communications, he stopped by on Facebook and said check him in from cool Cheyenne, Wyoming, where I think it was raining. There's a lot of rain going on, Montana, Idaho, and that area. So, Mr. Bill, if you're watching, we got you checked in. SWL 36, hello to you, Ken, 111, 36, and whatever other numbers you might have. Got the X in the square. I still don't know what happened to my control room stuff. It just sort of disappeared, but that's okay. I can get it through here. The Old 2 Radio Network, Real Radio's Glowing in the Dark, will be coming up shortly. SWL 37. All right, now I'll call you the right way. He's probably out enjoying the weather. I'll get a proxy in for Christopher. Checking all my meters here. There's more than all the ones that are just moving around my head. Let's see what Sam's doing. SWL 38, where it's probably a big breeze blowing through Byron. And there's number 30 on the Browning. Hello, number 30 on the Browning. Let me see if we can cut a hole here. Hello, radio from Fresno, over.
Yeah, she got her done. Yeah, I was telling Chrissy not too long ago I didn't think we was going to get any conditions your way, but we got it. Good evening.
Yeah, we checked in Spokane a moments ago, and I thought the cloud would be waving your way. The radio sounds good. Is that the Mark III, over? The Mark III? Oh, you took a fade out, but I think that's the Mark III SSB, over. He'll probably come roaring in. We'll get a confirmation on that. But that's what we do. Listen for, talk about, and check in the tube radios like that one. All right, yeah, sounding good from northern Idaho. Thanks. 10 and 30 are now officially checked in. Thanks for the tube radio as well. Looking for Sammy from Byron. We got you, SWL 39. SWL 40. Checked in Larry. He's on the bike. He's up at Shaver Lake. That's about 5,000 feet. Said it was 60 up there. He's kind of freezing his electric bike, the e-bike, going down the hill. I should probably hear him in a little bit. I thought I might hear him on the two-way, on the crossband, but there's a lot of traffic going by. Had about 4,000 feet, a nice shot into the valley with a half a watt on the HT. SWL 41 out of New York. What say you? I don't think we're getting New York. And Private Thor, yeah, the pre-show was definitely booming with Skip, and it just came in. Before that, it was totally quiet. The whole 10-meter, 11-meter band was nothing going on today for field day, and then about 4 o'clock, it just kind of opened up. So I'm thinking if the MUF is up to 10, there's probably a lot of stations up on 10 meters right now trying to get some points for field day. SWL 42. Get a proxy in for 42. SWL 43. SWL 44, Mr. 360. I believe he was coming through last night at the Ditchbank sideband, Ned. So, Ray, if you're listening somewhere, I will get a X in the square for you. Kenny, hey, Ken Carlock and Headphone Harvey. Yeah, I don't know what... Harvey was there. He'll be back. Headphone Harvey is the sort of like, what is it, alternate reality Harvey. In your headphones only. Or something like that. Good to have you here. First name, last name is breaking for a radio check. I've got mine. Do you have yours? SWL 45. That's Paul and Kelly up in North Fork, where it's probably below 70 degrees right now. Hope you guys are listening in and hope to hear you all on the radio sometime. SWL 46.
Station.
And the station, go ahead. This is the Old Tube Radio Network, over.
Good evening time, Dennis. 188 Snow Beast Mobile. If I can get an early check-in while I'm holding.
Yeah, in the Mobile, that's the best way to shoot skip. The band just opened up about a couple of hours ago. We've talked to Spokane and northern Idaho, and now we got 188 in the Mobile, sounding good.
10-4 unit time. Thank you for the early chicken. Brager.
All right, there's probably a lot of chickens roasting around. Speaking of chickens, SWL 37.
Yes, SWL 37. SWL 37 checking in. Good evening, Dennis.
And hello, radio. No, I erroneously called you. I had the old list here, and I erroneously called you at the beginning of the net, thinking that you should check in, and realized that you had already done your 8 weeks on that. So good to hear you in the 37 spot.
Well, darn, I should have turned it on sooner. I might have my daughter and stuff here. But anyway, yeah, I would have been happy to answer.
All right, well, you're answering now, and the radio's, remember they used to say, is like, hey, Chris, your radio's ringing, and it's sounding good.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yours always sounds good. All right, Dennis, I'm out, and yeah.
All right, sounds good. And Ray, I see you. You say you can actually hear me tonight. Well, I got a little extra log. What's that they say? I got a little extra log on the fire tonight, but I don't think that's it. I just think your antenna is good. We're making it through the rock. So Chris is in 46, SWL 47.
Good evening from the Radio Lounge, SWL 47.
And you're 20 over, Dennis.
Yeah, how's that? I remember sometimes I'm 19, sometimes I'm 21, and sometimes I'm 20. Mike, you're sounding good. It is probably a little cool for the patio tonight. I mean, you know it's the end of June, right?
I actually was going to do Morrow Rock, but we did some hiking around the Giant Forest yesterday and came back late last night. So, I can definitely vouch for you on that statement, though. It's cool outside, and it's really cold up in the mountains right now. It's where we were hanging out. It wasn't even 70 degrees.
No, I was giving the weather report yesterday on the air, and at about 3:30, Lodgepole Campground, that's at 700 or 7,000 feet. That's up near the peak up there. That was 56 degrees. That's crazy.
Yeah, well, I got to tell you, it was spectacular. And of course, I went out there in shorts and a shirt, no jacket. I didn't need a jacket, right? It's warm in Fresno, so how cold could it really be up there?
I know, and Larry took his e-bike up to Shaver today, and I think it's 60 degrees up there, and he was looking for the sun like a lizard to try and stay warm. You are sounding good, looking good. Thanks for checking in. If you're around later and you are glowing in the dark, we've got a spot for you.
There you go. Count on it. 73. Break OTR.
The break OTR. Go ahead, please. Over.
Hey, Dennis, this is 93 STD. I was wondering if I can get an oily chicken. I'm with 188. We just got back in town from a break from down south.
All right, well, I hope it was good. Hope the weather wasn't too wacky coming back up at 93 and 188 in the, what do we say on the 2A radio? And the mobile are checked in. Over.
I appreciate it. Yeah, great day. Weather was perfect. Great break. Met a lot of new people, and it was good times.
All right, we get a little skip now from the mini grass and the east skip from the north. So we'll see what happens when the sun actually goes down. We're just trying to do. Thanks for checking in. The Old Tube Radio Network, real radio glowing in the dark. If you're watching us, you might be at oldtuberadio.net or the link to the video, which is going here. And we are live, as we often are, on Saturday evenings from 8 to 10 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time at 27085 Channel 11. Waiting for the tube radio check-ins. Let's go to SWL 48. I got Sammy checked in from Facebook. SWL 49. SWL 50. Looking for Gerald. I know there was a couple of early check-ins, but I don't think he was one of them. And Evel Knievel has this screaming audio machine, the Utica Town and Country 3. The Town and Countries were some of the earlier, pretty cool, and I think FCC-type accepted radios. There are a few out here in Fresno. We haven't heard them in a while, but Mr. Evel Knievel, thanks for getting that one up and running. No West Coast, I know. East Coast is blasting in, so it's probably the same thing. You guys are getting the 500 to 700 mile hops, sort of like we are. And there is 50 checking in. Battle Creek, Michigan, in the air chair, home from that 4-letter word. Remember they used to call it the salt mine. Or when I first got my CB radio, I didn't know what they were talking about. So I'm heading to the salt mine, and yeah, I guess you don't want to work in a salt mine, but that's sort of the word for going to you know where. Let's see, 90s, huh? Now it's 70s something here. Anyway, thanks. You got some skip on 27-380, but it's probably not from the West Coast. Thanks for jumping in, Gerald. Let's go to a guy I heard earlier pretty good before the skip came in, SWL 51.
SWL 51, check in.
All right, you sound good. You sound good. No problem hearing it at all through the noise, and we've got you checked in. Over.
Yeah, a lot of skip coming in there. Hey, yo, good evening, Dennis.
All right, I am trying not to break stuff and checking all my meters and stuff here, and everything looks good. Thanks. SWL 52. And I didn't get a chance to talk to Aaron on Wednesday or on Friday to find out what he might be doing with Field Day, if anything. I have a guess he's probably got some type of portable thing going on in the yard of the park down the street with, no shore power. We'll find out. I'm sure he'll stop by. Let's go to SWL 53. Mr. Belair checked in early. SWL 54 has a check-in up the hill where it's cool. SWL 55.
55 checking in.
It's 55. Is it 55 up there?
Just about. Put a sweater on a second ago.
Yeah, I know Shaver was... Larry was up there on the bike. He said it was probably in the low 60s. So anyway, we're not complaining. It could be a lot worse. We got you checked in.
Thank you.
Get the pages working here. 55 is in. Let's go down the street and around the corner to SWL 56.
Good evening, Dennis and the net. 56, just for kicks.
Nice stuff. Under the shade of the cedar trees, sounding good, and you've got the X in the square. Over.
Thank you.
SWL 57. A BDA out there in central Kentucky. I want to say hello. Who's on the list? Hello to Fresno, Centerville, Virginia, up in the front row here, Anoka, Minnesota, Lawrence, Kansas. Frodex helping us to keep on the air with all the technical stuff. Thanks to Frodex. We are still beaconing. The chat room is working, and all is well in OTR town. Who else is out there? Merced. Hello to you, Merced. We're just a little... Merced's too far and too close. Too close for skip and too far for the ground wave, unless you've got that Lightning 6 pointed down 99. Lake Elsinore. 78 might be listening in somewhere. San Rafael, hello to that, to you out there. A couple of Fresno stations, and way up, I see out there in Broughton, Illinois. Okay, we'll find what's happening there. I think we can get a weather report. And it's 75. Well, you guys got nothing to complain about. That's about what it is here. Partly cloudy. Feels like 75. The Old Tube Radio Network. We are looking for SWL 58.
Break OTR.
And the break OTR, go ahead, over.
Yeah, Dennis, if you could get 42 and the Lifer crew checked in there, they were running behind. And I'm glad I made it in here in time.
Hey, not a problem. I got the list right in front of me, so we'll have somebody proxy them in. We got an excellent square, and likewise for yourself if you are not at the microphonium coming up.
All righty. Hopefully we're sounding okay. And we'll be waiting for our number to be called.
All right, you sound good. Meters are moving, and the Orban is showing good stuff. Thanks. There are all sorts of stations way down in the noise level that I can't get. SWL 59. Uncle Hairball wanted an early check-in or check-in earlier, so I will do that. He had things to do. Always watch the replay. If you're watching the replay, where are you? Right there. 59 is in. Let's go to SWL 60. Hello, Joe.
Hello, Dennis. Hello, all the guys out there on the band. Evening time to you, 1017. Check in Jake's bass, the 2527 DX, please.
All right, your request is granted. The 2901, Mr. Jake, DX 2527, sounding mighty nice. Thanks for checking in.
Thank you, Dennis.
Just dragging my feet here to see who might be popping in on the short hop skip. SWL 61 checked in early. Let's go to 62. 63. Checking in early from Wisconsin, Craig, he said he was involved in Field Day. Not sure what his group was doing, or if he was a single op guy. There was one station I heard, they 25. When they have that means there's 25 people involved in the Field Day. That is a big crew to coordinate for Field Day. So good luck, Craig, on Field Day in Nineland. Let's go to SWL 65. SWL 66. I may have to drop this microphone down a little bit. SWL 67. Bill checked in. He said it's raining up in Canby. That's what's happening. A little rain going across Oregon, and I don't. That wasn't actually all that. Depending on where you were in Oregon, 20, 30, 40 years ago, before things kind of started warming up, it wasn't at all unusual to have summer rain every now and then through Oregon, Washington. So hoping it's looking and feeling good. So got you checked in, Bill. Let's go to SWL 68. Kenny checked in early, SWL 69. He said to say hello radio to all the stations here in Central California that he knows many of. And maybe we'll hear one of his radios tonight that's hanging out here still in the Central Valley. Let's go to SWL 70. Possible Mark might be involved in Field Day. I'll get him checked in. He's got a lot of good equipment for that. SWL 71. I know Stan is probably doing some Field Day stuff. Stan, if you're listening or watching the replay, we've got you checked in. SWL 72. Here's another guy that's big on Field Day, SWL 73, John. I will get him checked in. Not sure what he does. Sometimes he goes up to remote locations on the west side and the south side and does stuff. Probably a CW guy, too. Let's go to, we've got a check-in for SWL 74. SWL 75. SWL 76. Notice it's getting quiet. The big numbers coming in from the mini grass have sort of faded away. Let me bring up a new map here. And yeah, see what happened? The color we're looking for is that kind of purple, and I don't see any of it. Looks like the highest MUF is 10, it's 14, 21. I go out to Hawaii, there's nothing. So we're losing the big stuff, but don't go away. I think we might have some sporadic E coming up shortly. We called 76. Let's go over to SWL 77.
Yeah, Dennis, 77, old train wreck checking in, and yeah, we got lucky. We got one into San Diego this morning, one into Salt Lake City, Utah, and one into Tampa Bay, Florida, and that was about the gist of it, man. It's been pretty quiet today. I hope all's having a good weekend, and looking forward to hearing all the tube radios.
As am I. Yeah, you did good. That's the early morning was open. I was even hearing the Southern Cal guys on 20 meters. So the band was short, and then things kind of just fell out. I wasn't hearing anything, even on 12, 11, and 10, and now it's kind of opened up again. And we've already talked to Dwayne for a little bit, and 709 up in Spokane. So who knows? But anyway, you're sounding good. We got you checked in.
Thank you, sir.
I did see Lake Elsinore on my list, so I wonder if 78 is lurking about somewhere. Or maybe listening in. So, you know what? Richard, I'm going to put an X in the square because I know you've got the radio going somewhere. 76, hey, I went past you. I don't know if the internet is slow or it's me. Probably me, 76. I was about ready to put the X in the square and I didn't. So Johnson, Red Fox 1, Johnson, Rhode Island, looking good and sounding good. Thanks for stopping by the old Tube Radio Network. Richard, I see you in there. Might be on a super slow internet thing again tonight. SWL 79.
79, checking in.
Hey, sounding good. I was just about ready to put the X in the square since I talked to you, but if you are live and direct, you've always got to take a transmission sounding good.
Thanks, sir.
Over to SWL 80. And over to page 4. A gentleman I talked to, I logged in anyway about a month ago. I was out on 40 meters late at night, and the conditions were kind of short, and Scott jumped in. He kind of fooled me with his 7 call, but he's up there in Paradise. That was a scene of a really, really bad, devastating fire, I want to say 2-3 years ago. But he was looking good, sounding good. So, Scott, good to have you on board. Page 4, out there from Paradise, and look forward to picking you up again. You are sort of in the early, or the short DX zone up in Paradise, but you're going to have tropospheric ducting for that one to work. Anyway, works right now, 81. Thank you, Scott, out there in Paradise. Let's go to SWL 82.
Hey, good evening, Dennis, and the rest of everybody, people out there. 82 checking in from the ditch banks of Biola.
Are the ditch banks of Biola? Well, you heard we got a little bit of short skip happening tonight. Dwayne's already checked in a radio. That is the voice of the Ditch Banks sideband net, which you can participate in most Friday evenings from starting at 8 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, right here in the Central Valley on 36 lower sideband. So click off the AM, click on the SSB, and join us all, won't you? You don't have to be on any list. There is a spot for visitors to stop by, and Mr. Ron will fix you right up. Thanks for checking in.
All right, thanks, Dennis. Have a good evening.
And I neglected to mention, I was going to ask next time I talked to Scott, I think he was trying to get a group or a sort of a check-in thing going up in his area. When was it? On Tuesday nights. Was it Thursday nights or Tuesday nights? I wonder if that is happening. We've got enough people to do that. Let's go to JC. 83 is with us tonight up in Sylvania, Ohio. I'm trying to get my pocket protector to behave here. So hope your wacky weather isn't keeping you out of the Radio Shack.
Check.
Hey, Mr. Nobody, I got that check over.
Hey, we're waving. We'll just get back quiet.
All right, Mr. Nobody, I just saw your text and like a 10 over check. So we have some conditions running that way. Nice audio, by the way. Here comes wave number 2 on the skip. So, yeah, Mr. Nobody's on. Make sure you've got your ESSB filters on. Let's go to the dynamic duo and then some, and that would be 84, 86, 87, and 88. And that, of course, is Cheerios Kid, Mountain Maid, Tandy Girl, and Snowy Owl. Also, SWL 89. Here comes the short skip. SWL 91. Felix was in earlier, and I did see you there, and we got you checked in out of the Bronx. Brother Ron, a pocket protector for the win. You know, it's got tubes on it, and you need a Sharpie. I have one. It's probably over on the other desk. But what I will do, in honor of that, I have the next best thing to go in the pocket protector, and it's the Exolite. We used to call it a greenie, and this is the slotted screwdriver. So we'll put a little. We call them a tweaker. It's not what you think. There it is. How's that looking? All right, that's a little bit better. The pocket protector's not so naked. Let's go to SWL 92. 93 checked in the bodacious mobile, as we say. SWL 95. Thought I heard somebody in there. SWL 96. The Echolink link is up. We'll be getting to that here shortly, so don't go away. Mr. Jim, SWL 97 out there in Boston. Yeah, the golden screwdriver is little green. That's what you use when you actually know what you're doing. When you actually know what screw you're going to be turning and how much to turn, you bring out the greenie. The golden screwdriver just sort of match. You just start turning stuff. And if you turn a little too far, you just back up a little bit and you are good to go. SWL 98, Tracy, I got to check in, and we've got the almost live remote. I am looking for it here, and is it? Yeah, here we go. SWL 98.
Good evening, Dennis and the group. This is SWL 98 checking in. 7-3s, everyone.
Okay, what I want to know is how does he get? I mean, you know, we've been on the old Tube Radio network here for a long time, and we don't even get an orchestra for our check-ins. And 98's got his own ensemble following him around there. Anyway, Tracy, looking good and sounding good, and always I get I don't know what the word is, a kick, a laugh, a cry from the promos, not only for the old Tube Radio network, but also for the Ditch Banks sideband that are posted up on the Facebook page. Radio Randy, SWL 99. And I was dragging my feet to see if Randy was in. I talked to him on 20 meters, kind of off the back side of his beam, and kind of surprised me. He's a little close sometimes for that, but sounded good, so I'll get Randy checked in.
Here's some audio off the front side of my beam.
On the front side, are you? What radio are you on tonight? You're not on the B&K or B&W, are you? I thought maybe he's running the B&W 5100.
Negative. I'm running a 2995 DX right about now.
All right, still sounding good. Always a thrill when you can bring the tubes our way. Thanks for checking in. 709 up there in Spokane. And they're hearing you in Southern California, too, with 709 blanketing the whole state of California here. All right, let's jump into the Echolink link. SWL 100, that's Tony in McClellanville, South Carolina, and he's our purveyor of tubes on the air, and we'll find out what's going on there in South Carolina. KD4BAO, KB6GFD, over. See what Tony's got going on, and get us fired up on
Hey,
the
Dennis,
tubes.
good evening. Good to hear you. Please check in SWL 100. And back to net control, KD4BAO.
Got to find the right knob here to get the Echolink to transmit. Sounding good, Tony, as always. I don't know if you did any field day stuff today. I'm not sure what the weather's like, but you are sounding good. As always, thanks for joining us, and thanks for getting the tubes on the ready. 73, 86 GFD. Also on our Echo link tonight, we'll find out what's going on in the altitude above Reno Sparks. Al has joined us, and we'll find out what's going on. KI6CBA from KB6GFD, take a transmission, sir. Over. See if they're getting the cold, breezy weather. Maybe some snow. I don't know.
And the shortwave listeners, hey, yeah, we're having our ARRL field day here at Washoe Lake. So we're still at pretty high elevation, but still transmitting into California is pretty tough, but we can hit eastward pretty good and northward pretty good. But I'm just excited about the radios tonight, and I'm thinking it's going to be a good time.
Yeah, a good time will be had by most. I know you guys are getting some cool weather up that way, so hopefully if anybody's doing an outdoor field day, they're not having their little pop-up or tent blow away. You're sounding good as always. Thanks for joining us, and we'll look for you next time on the Old Tube Radio Network 73 from KB6GFD. Over. Al up in Sparks, Nevada, and Richie.
KI6CBA to KB6GFD. Good night.
And Richie, talking about the squealing microphone. I've got these open backed headphoniums, which are really nice from Sennheiser, but that's the problem. If I have my monitor circuit up too high, and you hear that, I hear that a lot in the headphonium. So what I got to do is turn my monitor circuit down. That's better. That is better. I don't need to hear myself anyway. I just need to hear the incoming. So hopefully, when I do this, we won't be getting the feedback. That will make my life a lot better. If you see me going cross-eyed, there's many reasons, and that's probably one of them. The Old Tube Radio Network, real radio is glowing in the dark, and they will be doing that shortly, so don't go away. SWL 102, the patient guy, saying, yeah, the Echo Link's done. It's time to check in from Arkansas. And I see, I had to look back up. You were awaiting my my check-in 102. Did I get you up there? Yeah, you're checked in. Let's go to SWL 103. Joey is in TRX 21, TR Tango. What do we call it? Tango Romeo 21 X-rays in South Carolina. And Mark saying, yeah, I had the same issue. Well, if I had the Sonys, the 7506s, which they don't sound as good, I probably should wear those. I mean, I'm not into sound quality here. I'm not listening to Madhavani, right? I'm not listening to Bert Kempfert records. So I don't need super high quality. I just need to look stylish, and I've got the jacket on, so that's kind of out the window anyway. So maybe we'll go back to the Sonys. 103, how about SWL 109? Got to find my pen to get everybody marked in. It's just my audio is always a little bit lower, but I can see that I'm doing okay. It doesn't matter if people can't hear me, right? We're waiting for the radios to check in. Get a proxy in for Mr. Crawdad 109. 33 up in the hills is probably listening with that good audio. Boy, it always sounds good when he checks in. 33 checks into the Dishbanks net. Let's go to SWL 110. SWL 111, Robert checked in or tried to check in during the height of the skip and said, well, check me in. I tried, and he did good. SWL 113. SWL 114, hello, Wayne. Uh, 114, over. I hear a kitty. Yeah, where did you come from, kitty? SWL 128. Oh, and John, he wanted an early check-in too, I think out of Fairfax, Virginia, 128. So got him checked in. A lot of people with stuff to do. SWL 131. Shortwave listener 135. Somebody said, Harvey said to get a proxy for 135. I will do that. I need like a desk right there, so I'm not constantly looking down at my notes here. But that's the only place they'll fit. And we're at the bottom of the page. 135. How about SWL 145? Tony is in from his Friday morning net and left some questions, which we will get to. And Foxman, this is the feral cat that occasionally comes in and then realizes the black cat that's like, hey, I don't want to be in here. Where's that guy with the thumbs that can open the door? So hopefully we can wait to the break here, and I will take care of that. SWL 147, Neil was in earlier. We got him checked in out of Kakalaki. Snow Beast Jr. 188 in the Mobile, sounding pretty good. They were at we'll get some info on that. They were at one of the. They go to the big bricks, the ones with the guys in the Suburbans and the mobile beams and the more than 5-watt DC inputs and stuff like that. And they got some good equipment on their own, but I don't know if they that learn new tricks or teach people the ones they know. Bobby's and Jim, Course Gold Starliner checked in early up there in 195, up where it's cool up in the mountains today. SWL 223, heard from Robert. Said, check me in. I will be listening. So hopefully, Robert, you're getting a little more of me. I think I've got an extra watt. that knot that was in the coax, I untied that knot, and so we've got an extra watt coming out of the pipeline tonight. And let's go up the hill, Mariposa, SWL 226, Mr. Shockwave. Got Jeff checked in. Anybody else that I might have missed, or you are standing by because I missed you or whatever? Hello, we're listening. And Dwayne, yeah, you hear how quiet it is? Let me, I'm going to open the, yeah, I got the RF gain opened all the way. Look at my S meter. S1. And that was just moments ago where we were hearing a lot of stuff. Let me go to, before we get to the questions, and see what the list is doing here. Yeah, see that, the blue and the green is 21 meters, or 21 megs, 15 meters, and 20 meters. There is absolutely no coloration indicating that we are going to have any conditions at the moment. But these maps aren't all that accurate. And so when the conditions are in, we'll be the first to know about them. Back to the control room, and yeah, let me quickly do the questions because Tony did send something, and then I'll jump out of the air chair and take care of things. I'll be back for your radios. Just checking the numbers here. Everything looks good. All right, here we go. Courtesy of 147, Tony, or 145. Besides the Q code, we all know kind of our Q codes, especially if you're on sideband. Besides the Q code, what other Morse-style brevity code did military operations often use? That was a QRZ, it was a way to just type 3 letters and it had a meaning and you could type back the answer. So besides the Q code, what other Morse-style brevity codes did military operators often utilize in World War II? We have a lot of World War II questions, so anybody that's 100 years old out there, you might know this. And the answers are, was it a 10 code? A. Was it a K code? B. Was it a Y code? C. Why? Because we like you. M-O-U-S-E. Was it a Z code? D. So it's a 10 code, a K code, a Y code, or a Z code. And besides the Q code, what other Morse-style brevity codes did military operators often utilize? 10 code doesn't sound right to me. That was like police. K code, Y code, Z code. I don't know. I might say a K code. I don't know. I don't know. It's D. Foxman says D. Z code. Beagleman says Z. Richard says Z. All right, we got a lot of Z's. Here's a 10. A 10 code. We could do that. All right, let me find the answer here, but everybody likes the Z. The answer is, I can't find, the answer is D, the Z code. All right, people know their codes. What? I don't even know what that is. What is a Z code? There are at least 3 sets of Z codes. This is from Wikipedia. One set of codes was originally developed by Cable and Wireless Ltd. Many of the old C and W, okay, here we go. CW codes are derived from mnemonics. So ZAL is alter wavelength. ZAP, ACK please, that's respond. ZSF, send faster. All right. And there was APCO, APCO, developed a system of Z codes, and NATO forces, probably the ones we're talking about, independently developed a later set of Z codes for military use and inter-language needs. So there you go. And there was a...
Very good, you are.
And let's see, place, there was numbers like, I cannot transmit, ZLD, and then you would give different numbers to go with the code. All right, I did not know that. I learned something. And the break OTR, go ahead, over.
24 checking in.
All right, 24, we got you. I see you were proxied by somebody. We'll put the X in the square. Thanks for stopping by. And yeah, 10 must have come along later. One more question here, and this is the one that is not multiple choice. You just have to know the answer. Or not, like me. Not just a crystal manufacturer, Jan, that's Jan, Juliet Alpha November, not just a crystal manufacturer, Jan was a mark painted on lots of surplus equipment. What does Jan stand for? Jan. So yeah, I remember Jan crystals, but not just a crystal manufacturer. Jan was a mark painted on lots of surplus equipment. What does that mean? Junk? Junk and nothing? I don't know. Jan. It didn't have a crystal in it? Why would you paint Jan on the... and the surplus, on the side of surplus equipment? I'm going to say it had something to do with that, meaning it didn't have crystals or it was missing something.
Joint Navy, Army, Navy.
Oh, Joint Army, Navy. Oh, there's another one. Joint Army, Navy, Joint Army, Navy. Well, I should have known that, huh? Yeah, that's good. Even Jay's got it. John's got it. Harvey's got it. They're correct. Joint Army, Navy. So could they fight over it? It's like, well, which trash pile is this going in? Well, the Army one's got too much. We'll go to the Navy one. Well, thank you, Harvey. That must be something that if you were in the service, you would know, right?
No. I wasn't in the service, but the reason I know it is because it's on a lot of surplus tube boxes. They're still selling them. Jan tubes, Joint Army, Navy.
All right, so that wouldn't necessarily be a good thing or a bad thing. It's just a thing. It's just where they came from, them, right? Where they came from. Over.
Roger. Leftover Army, Navy tubes.
Well, there you go. And Richard says jungle and moisture proof. He just guessed it. They just guessed. All right. Well, good. So we got that. I'm going to jump out of the air chair, check on a Charlie Alpha Tango, maybe wandering around. We'll be back, and when we do, we'll be checking in the tube radios. Maybe some skip. The E-skip is in. We've heard Seattle. We've heard Idaho. Probably, I bet Rob, I wonder if he's hearing us up in Colorado, maybe some other stations listening. If you're listening yet, don't know where you're at, where we're at. We're here in Central California. It's the Old Tube Radio Network. You can listen in by going to oldtuberadio.net. There's a way to listen to the audio or click in and do a YouTube thing, or maybe point the antenna somewhere and try and pick us up direct. And who is that? From the Wayback Machine. It's Cheesy E. 103. Hello, radio. Thanks for jumping in. Yeah, the Old Tube Radio is still here, beaconing in. The suit still fits, and the tie is still tragic. So we'll be back in just a minute. Your Old Tube Radio Network, and when we stop by or return, we'll be talking to the Tube Radios. Back in a moment.
What happened, Dennis?
Okay, I'm back. I had some extra chores I had to do here before I could get back in the air chair.
No, that's okay.
But I think all is okay now.
You may not find us on your TV, because in case you did not know, we're being brought to you by
OTR.
Brought to you by
27.085 megahertz.
Brought to you by RADI.
The Old Tube Radio Network.
Had to restock the RC Cola. That's one of the things. I had to feed a cat, and it got dark outside. Turn on some lights here, and let me go back to the control room. Well, looks like we're okay. You can see the breeze. You can see behind me. So end of June. I had my hair mussed when I went out there. Anyway, you can see that it's a little breezy. Hopefully, I opened the window a little bit. Hopefully, it's not going to mess up the. There it is, the ribbon microphonium tonight. They are very susceptible to pressure and the little diaphragm, the ribbon moving about. So if I've got too much wind coming through, I may have to jump out and close things down because it's blowing pretty good. All right, so with that said, I have the tube radio list at the ready, and if you've got a radio at the ready, we'll talk about it. OTR listening.
20.
This is Carport Actual checking in.
14.
You know, if I did the math, that comes out to well over 1,000. So, Sean, don't go away. Listen to what Harvey has for us, and then we'll be out to you in Sanger. And as you're coming up to the air chair, Harvey, don't key up quite yet. I want to say hello to somebody out in the carport. Do you realize that it was Frank Lloyd Wright that made the carport famous? Carport, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. That guy was a wonderful architect.
Yeah, he liked the cantilever carports, and I don't know. I guess it was he didn't want to kind of detract from the garages, and he didn't like kitchens much either. But all right, you're sounding good. The Old Tube Radio Network here on our Saturday evening, and we are thanks for joining us. And we are about to chat with and talk to the tube radio operators in front of their tube radios, classic radios that would look well sitting in a mid-century modern home. Probably many of them did back in the day. Hello, 20.
Okay. This is the Demco satellite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 piece with the microphone. It's the not the deluxe, but the satellite. Same as the one that Dennis number 2 just acquired. Anyway, I have to go through the receiver a little bit, but it seems to be working fine. The modulator do a little TLC, but it's for sale. Anyway, it's got a whole bunch of tubes, whole bunch of knobs. In this case, all the knobs are matching. That's good. Everything seems to work. And with the Demco 4-ohm speaker, everybody sounds just great. You put an 8-ohm speaker on there, and they just don't sound good. Anyway, that's it for this one. It is for sale, and I'm checking to see the price. If I can't find it quick enough, let me see. I'll have to check. Okay, I got it. Anyway, if anybody's interested, I'll have a price. They you can call me or whatever, and I'll let you know. It's got the Magic Eye tube, which works just fine.
No, maybe not.
It's the bluish green horizontal light that closes up as you talk. It's also got an output light on the transmitter, which blinks as you talk, and such. So it seems to be in decent shape. Frequency-wise, it might be a hair low, but considering its age, early 60s, I think it'll do.
All right, before I give people the wrong version here, this always messes me up on the Demco and the satellite, and Super Satellite, and the Satellite Deluxe. So what I'm showing is called the CB1A, and it's the silver front. Have I got the right one?
Yeah, it's the silver front one. Got two big square meters on it. There's my cough. Anyway, oh, by the way, how loud is it? What's the sound quality?
It's loud. The sound quality is good. We'll talk a little bit about that because we're going to have you do a test here in a second. But I'm showing things, and you're talking about for sale. So I just want to let people know what I'm showing and what's being sold. So I've got the transmitter, the receiver, and in the picture I've got a Demco modulator. I've got, I think, what's the speaker box, which is the 1/3 at the bottom, which is the silver, and the 2/3 at the top, which is the speaker grill, and there's also a meter above that. So in your system there, what pieces are part of it? Over.
Okay, well, we'll just call it the Demco Pyramid. On the bottom is a receiver. On top of it is the transmitter. On top of it is the modulator. On top of it is the speaker. On top of it is the meter. On top of it sat, well, not right now, I'm holding it, but sat the microphone. 3.5 feet of Demco Pyramid.
Yeah, from 1965, Sam's CB7 has it. And the meter, the separate meter, what is that telling you? SWR, output, time for lunch, what does that tell you?
SWR and output, that's it. The transmitter doesn't do a whole lot. I do have my separate modulator on, so I can get the Sanger, but it does about 3.5 or so to about 7. And it does just over 100% modulation. Cough again. Okay, the Demco modulator is not in right now.
Okay, and I was just doing some close-ups. The Magic Eye tube, which looks like it's not the Pac-Man style. It may be a 6RE13. That is in what appears to be the transmitter, correct?
Roger.
All right, let me go to the S-meter version so we can see your S-meter. Go ahead and key up again. Let me see where the S-meter is, because I'm going to have you disengage the Harvey range boost part of that. But before you do that, go ahead and take a transmission.
Alrighty. Yeah, I haven't adjusted my external modulator. It's whatever this puts in it. It's not a big talker. The tubes, well, it can be, but the tubes in the transmitter, in this version of the transmitter, is 6AQ5 output, 6AQ5 modulator, 12AX7 mic gain audio amp, and a transmit oscillator. Now, there is a version that has the 6BQ5 in as a modulator and final, along with, I think, a 6GH8 change for the transmit oscillator, keeping the 12AX7 mic gain audio amp tube in there. Then there is another version with a 5763 final and a 6AU8, I believe it is, 6AU8, a clone of a 6AW8, but a 6AU8 modulator, and then I'm not sure what the transmit oscillator is in that one. And I've had over here all three versions, and the best one is the 5763 6BQ5 6AU8 setup. Gives you more power output and a little bit more audio. Okay, was that enough?
Oh, that's plenty. And you know, the FCC said 5 watt DC input, so that means less than 5 watts on the output. What I'd like you to do, since we are hearing a bit of a hum, is go ahead and disengage the Harvey range boost. You've got plenty of audio. It's at least 100% modulated. I wanted to see the meter, and it's moving forward. You know, sometimes you get a lot of audio and you look back and the meter's moving backwards and think, that's not quite tuned right, but it sounds like it's tuned well. And you said the modulator isn't on, because you are right on the verge of, you know, more audio than you need without it. So the first thing would be to kick off, and you're about at S9, kick off the Harvey range boost to see if that minimizes or removes the hum. Over.
Alrighty. Probably does. Now this has a tune and load in the front. Let me check. That's okay. Let's try this one. Alrighty. Anyway, that's with it off. Oh, I'm running an amplified D104. I could turn that down.
You're probably okay. I mean, you could turn it down. You could turn it down a skosh, but if you're going to turn on a modulator, I'm going to say, unless that modulator is like turned down almost all the way, it's going to be too much. But if you want to give it a shot, or you want to turn down the D104 and then give the modulator a shot, we're all ears over.
Okay. Hello. Audio. Yeah, this is not doing... I bumped the knob, so... Audio, yeah. Anyway, okay. Modulator out. Modulator in. Any difference right there?
It gets a little louder. It gets mushier, actually. I think you've already got enough audio. You're saturating whatever's going into it, so putting in more doesn't really help the cause. Over.
Okay. Let me back off here. Turn the modulator on, but back way off the microphone.
Okay, that's not good at all. That's really muffly.
Okay. Well, I have not gone through the receiver yet. Well, that doesn't matter. I have done the transmitter. The modulator needs to be cleaned. I changed, switched the knobs, etc., and I could hear scratchiness, so I've got to do that. But anyway, it looks really good. It's in pretty darn good shape overall. Paint's pretty good on all the cabinets. And all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces are for sale. Not this microphone. So a different mic can go on it. Now it takes the 3-pin large Amphenol mic plug. Okay, that's what's on the back of the modulator and the front end, the female part. The back of the modulator has the male plug. The front of the modulator has the female plug. That way the back of the modulator can plug into the front of the transmitter. And this microphone happens to be a dedicated 3-pin Demco mic, so I can just plug it right in. whoever buys it, if they don't have one of those plugs, I'll throw one in. If they need a adapter cable so they can plug their 4-pin Cobra mic into an adapter cable for it, they can either make that themselves or I'll do it. Anyway, so there you go. And this is from the collection of Phil, 56.
All right, 56 just for kicks. It might be the one I was looking to see from the pictures if that's the actual one we're showing, and I don't believe it is. Let's see if there was another shot of that. There's a CB1. That's a totally different. The CB1. Well, wait a minute. Let me go to that one. It's just it's in such a different lighting. That looks like the same thing. So maybe that is. There's the one from Cliff's Collections. He's just got a gold tone. So I think that's it. It's got the 3 lights. And so that is the same item with the meters and everything else. All right, there is just a little bit of hum. It's obviously not as accentuated without the modulator on. And yeah, you've got the D104 cranked pretty high, so the modulator doesn't help much. I can hear it put in a little bit more low frequency when it's in, which is what it does. Nice thing about the Demco modulator is that it could be used for other radios too, as long as you've got the microphone you want in it and the matching cable coming out. You can put that anywhere. So that's a nice little thing to have all by itself. Well, it's sounding good. You've got it in. I checked the frequency. It's a 27085, so it's about 500 cycles low, which is still within the 700 that FCC allows, and very, very close. If you're listening on an AM filter, you don't notice. Looking good and sounding good. Demco, what are we calling this? The satellite CB1A from around 1965 or 66 over.
Yeah, I put the modulator back on because Sean's in Sanger, so I want him to be able to hear me. I turned the mic way down itself. Modulator's still in. And I will check the modulator for caps and all that good stuff. And I also have, several other of these modulators in similar nice conditions. And if this one continues to add hum, maybe I could swap for one that doesn't seem to have it. But anyway, so there you go. Now that's the modulator in. And right there is the modulator out. And the mic is still turned down.
Wow, okay. Big difference in clarity. I wonder if that microphone doesn't have an issue or is not liking that. But you turn that off and the loudness goes down, but so does, and it's weird, so does the clarity, which is kind of strange. So it's nice and loud. A lot of good comments about it. Boy, that's a loud radio, and it is. Looks good on the meter for forward movement and all of that. So thank you, sir. I've got it marked down as, in theory, it's our radio number 2. Guess who had the number? Our first radio check-in tonight was Dwayne on the Mark III from Idaho. But yours is sounding every bit as good. Over.
Alrighty. Okay. Then I'm going to go get some dinner. But I'll be listening.
All right. And speaking of Sangertown, we are going to go head out to Sangertown and maybe get a report and see how well, if at all, what he was hearing from from the Demco out there, the Old Tube Radio Network. So, Sean, you're up at first. The Jingle Singers want to do something, and we'll be right with you.
How do you do, ladies and gentlemen? Greetings to you, wherever you are. For music and the latest news from home and from afar, the station for you is
OTR, Old Tube Radio.
The station for you is
OTR.
The station for you, and maybe even you, the Old Tube Radio Network, and we are calling Sangertown. Hello, Sean. Over.
Making a fine trip out here to Sanger. When he turned the microphone down, it did sound much
Yes, you are. And I just want to make sure it's a 40 channel. I have listed, or a list that there was actually a 23 channel Mark IV, but I don't know if we've ever checked one of those in. So you were on the 40 channel Mark IV, over?
That is correct. The 40 channel version with upper and lower sideband. And the knobs make sense. The volume on and off is on the far left, which makes sense to me. Where some of the other Brownings are very confusing, especially when the printing is worn off.
Indeed. I thought I had a little better picture of a Mark IV. I have a brochure. I mean, they spent some money. Let me show the people watching. This is a full, there it is, full color brochure that they did. Multi-fold. I guarantee you this wasn't cheap, but I think these radios at the time, and this would have been 1977, were close to $900. That is, even in 1977 dollars, that's a big chunk of change coming out of your wallet. A lot of people, for these, they're their favorite Mark series of radio, and they are definitely a step different from the 2 and the 3, the way they looked. It had the digital, or I don't know if digital would be the right word, but the digital readout, and still, I think, the same transmit and receive with some extra, like you said, items on the sideband. Anyway, take the transmission. Sean is in Sangertown, which is not very close to Fresno, but still putting in a good signal. We'll put in the S meter here. Go ahead.
Yeah, quite a bit different from the Mark III that I have. Another thing, too, is this has an absolutely beautiful eagle on this. Mark III looks like my uncle casted it after a couple beers, so they definitely retooled for the eagle on this series. Other notable things is the channel scanning. You can speed it up or slow it down, the scan rate. That's kind of odd. And other than that, it's the first tube radio I ever got. A guy I worked with gave it to me, and I was very thankful to get it and quite confused on how to get it working properly. But got all that figured out, and glad to have it on the program this evening.
And we are proud to have it here. I was just thinking if I had another shot of a Mark IV, which I don't think I do. Audio is good, and the microphone, I think you told me, what is the microphone you're running again?
It is the Silver Eagle D104 microphone.
Gotcha, because I know in their brochure, I think they had made a new, it was a little different than the banana style microphone. It might have been a sort of a knockoff of a Turner Sidekick or something, but that had a microphone that might have come with the radio, but it's doing quite well. I'm assuming if you're hearing me and you're hearing Harvey, the receive ain't that bad either, over.
Yeah, it was a really good receive. I was getting you at S7, and I was receiving Harvey at S3, so good receive this evening, nice and clear. I've got good conditions now that all that skip has gone away, which is so odd. I've been putting the radio on periodically all week, and then this evening it's just going crazy.
All right, one question. I've got a picture. Here we go. There is some variations and how they mark the radio. If there's like I'll call it a stick-on little badge under the meters that say Mark IV, or if it was, what's the other one, silk screened on the front. Is there any difference in what you've got?
Yeah, no, mine is the original Mark IV made at the Browning factory. I've looked at the back of this and the Mark III, and it has the exact same stamp. So this one was made at the factory. I know that Mark IV-A that you're talking about, and I think maybe I've heard it's a better radio. They've worked some bugs out or something or other along those lines, but I have had no problems with this radio other than one capacitor that blew up and scared my cat to death, and Harvey got it fixed up. That's how I met everybody, and I've just really enjoyed the whole thing ever since.
And we enjoy checking it in here at the old tube Radio Network, I checked. The Mark IVAs are the ones that have the badge over the front, and the Mark IVs have it silk screened onto the front. I went to the zero beat meter, and you're almost right on. Maybe like 80 cycles, 100 cycles low, so I don't have to go too far. So the crystals or the synthesizer or whatever they did to get 40 channels in there seems to be spot on. Let's see. When you put those radios together side by side, what are you looking at? Like 3 feet of table space over?
Solid. Yeah, I would definitely say it's every bit of 30 inches, probably approaching an easy 36 inches. And that's how I like to have them, is, spaced apart for optimal radial cooling. I don't want one inhaling the other one's hot air.
They have convection cooling. I can see the vents in the top, which is sort of standard, but tubes are okay with the heat. But yeah, if you have in stack, you've got heat going into heat, so it's probably on the other components that may not like heat as much a good way to do it. It's our second radio, the Golden Eagle Mark IV, 40 channel. The last one, probably the last thing that Browning did in the Browning laboratories, and there was still, like you said, one made that was not, I don't know if it was out of the Browning factory or parts from somewhere else, but this is probably, there's pictures of the nice old ladies that we see, sitting around Gar Green. It's probably had their hands in this one, over.
Yeah, roger that. So high-end radio that survived into the modern era, so hopefully we keep this stuff going a whole bunch longer. Anyhow, thanks for the time tonight for the Browning Golden Eagle Mark IV.
Putting a good signal from Sangertown tonight. The band has quieted down a little bit. I really expected to hear some more E-skip popping in, but you never know. Thanks for bringing that by the Old Tube Radio Network. We have plenty of time to check in your favorite radio at your favorite place to be on a Saturday.
How do you do? Ladies and gentlemen, greetings to you. Wherever you are, your favorite spot on the dial by far is known to you as
OTR, the Old Tube Radio Network.
The station for you is
OTR.
And we are listening for radio number 3. Hello, Joe. You caught me flipping some switches and things here. I think I took myself off the antenna, but I hear you now. Go ahead, sir.
Thank you much, Air Dennis. I'd like to check in my Mustang 2 from Metrotech. We had gone through the radio yesterday, cleaning it out, brushing her up, dusting her out, and decided to give her a band check on those, supposedly what the other channels are. But we got 7 tubes here, 8 channels, and 4 knobs directly on the bottom of the Mustang 2 those are in horizontal position.
Bringing up our really nice shot, museum quality Mustang 2 here, courtesy of 223. There's the 4 knobs. One of them is looks like a receive VFO to get you all 23 channels. The other is your channel selector to get you, haven't counted it, maybe 8 channels. You got a spot to plug in crystals. You can dial 23. You've got an S meter. All sorts of stuff. The microphone we're showing is the regular stock microphone, but the audio is pretty good, so I'm wondering if you've rewired something in there.
No. We haven't done anything as far as the mic goes. It is the original mic, and we did cover the channels. I have a little frequency counter, a little Polaris that I used to make sure that the frequencies that it was showing, when you move the old dial there, like on 1, of course, was 2765, and then of course 27082. That was channel 2. 3 was 27125, and 4 was 23. 27255, I think that is, if my eyes are not deceiving me. 255. Now 4, 6, 7, and 8 were not connected.
Put in anything you want, whatever the style. It might be the 243 style crystals. And the retune, I see it goes from 1 to 23, so it should be geared when you turn that knob, that your little pointer just doesn't spin really fast. You got to crank that thing, and it slowly goes to the or close to the channel you want. You have any problems getting OTR tuned in on that thing?
No problem at all. Set right on channel 2, because I started yesterday from channel 1, of course, and kind of went around the horn there to channel 8. Of course, that one doesn't have anything, neither does 7 or 6. But what we have on the little tag on the radio, the channels that we talked about before, which are kind of hard to see, but that was 23, 9, 14, I think, 14, 2, and Anyway, the channels listed on the radio were the channels that I covered. 6, 7, and 8 were not.
Got it. And from what I understand, and Kenny was in earlier from Tulsa, this might have been adorning his radio room back in the day when he was here in the Central Valley of California, and now it is in your Radio Shack, but still sounding good. And I hope Kenny's watching the replays and hear that it's still going strong. Over.
Yeah, that's what we enjoy about this radio, Dennis. It's good to go. From the minute you turn the dial on until the minute you turn it off, you turn it on and it's good to go. The old needle just jumps right on up, and everything's working the way it should. I did work that bottom knob, the crystal switch, but I have no crystal on it. And I did work the other one, the spotter, but I have those 3 channels that there's nothing there, so I couldn't come up with nothing.
Works well, as long as we can get it to fire up on 27085 channel 11, should be good. I don't have a year on this, probably 1964, 65. Metrotech also made that really classic, they called it a space station radio. I think it was 100 milliwatts, but a lot of people like to have that one for a collection, but I think this is good in yours. Mustang 2, there was a car, but this radio came way before the Mustang 2. In fact, it came out just about when the original Ford Mustang came out. Trying to see if it says it has a 12-volt DC. You have a mounting bracket for that thing?
No mounting bracket.
All right, it might do both. A lot of the radios did do that because typically you needed 2 radios in your license class, and one of them would be a mobile, one of them would be a base. So if you did make a radio that could do both, then you could sell 2 of the same kind and be good to go. Radio number 3, Joe on the Mustang 2 from Metrotech. Always a nice sounding radio. Super easy and super smooth. Thanks.
Well, thank you, Dennis. Thank you, and we've got another one warming up.
The Pink Panther. I talked to a guy that his handle was the Pink Panther, but he was on a Squire Sanders, but it should have been on the Mustang. You're listening to the old Tube Radio Network here in the Central Valley of California. We've been doing this since 1986 through the good graces and courtesy of our radio operators who take time out of their busy Saturday evenings and sneak away from what they should be doing to turn on and warm up the tube radios and keep alive what we are doing here in town. The Jingle Singers, of course, have been with us the whole time.
Let's do some spelling.
OTR.
Let's do some adding.
27.085 megahertz.
What do they amount to?
Channel 11, Old Tube Radio. Old Tube Radio.
And we are standing by for radio number 4.
About 4 is in 47.
Or 4 is in that way you test your radio. You go 4. Hear that? I hear that. That's sort of the ubiquitous universal radio testing thing. You could be on ham radio. You can be on CB radio. You'll hear somebody doing a 4. Sometimes you even hear it on broadcast radio. We'll talk about that later. In from the radio lounge, sounding good and looking good. Tell us what you got. 47. Over.
Well, someone said a moment ago that the radio they were on was their first one that they ever had in their vacuum tube collection, at least. So I thought I would continue using this one, which also is my first vacuum tube radio in the collection. It's my Robin T123.
123. That's the pre-1972. All tubes and an extra tube right in the center of the cabinet. Let me get a closer shot here. The Magic Eye tube. I think this is the same tube that's in the Demco. They just got this one vertical in the Demco. They stuck it on the transmitter and put it horizontal. So back to you to make that tube dance a little bit over.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, you're making me back up just so I can kind of look at the Magic Eye tube. Yeah, it's great. I always run out of things to say about these radios here in the lounge. But what I don't run out of is appreciation. I don't know why. I really don't know why. I'm so enchanted by these Magic Eye tubes, but this one's great. You're going to have to help me out. What is this? A 6RE13? Is that what this tube is?
I believe that is correct. I used to have a standalone picture, but I'm not finding that. You're actually looking into the side of the glass tube. Is it 6ME6? The other one, we're looking down at the top of the tube, but this one has the illumination from the top to the bottom. As it comes to the center, you're getting full voltage. Whether you're tuning in something or working on audio, that's sort of the goal, to make those top and bottom items meet, maybe not collide, but meet gently in the center. Over.
Yeah, well, whatever it is, I think it is a 6, whatever I just said. I want to see the 6RE13 and 6ME5. Is that the Pac-Man tube? Well, whatever. No matter what tube this is, it's just absolutely enchanting. I was really sad. I woke up super early this morning. So I did what a lot of folks. So I started watching YouTube, and I was watching a YouTube clip about those Radio Shack little electronics kits. 180 or whatever it was, 200 projects in one. Little things. I had one when I was a kid, and I absolutely loved that sucker. But my only gripe about it was they had the needle meters, and I guess they had some little red LED things that you could experiment with too. That would have been really cool to have had one of those Radio Shack kits, but have some fun with vacuum tubes. That would have been awesome. But anyways, what else can I say about this? It was my first vacuum tube radio. I just adore using it in inappropriate places, on the sides of highways. I haven't used it at a guest's home. Maybe I ought to do that at some point in time. It's knock on wood. There you go. I just knocked on wood. I think it's been the most reliable radio I've had. It did have an issue. Well, I think it's had a couple of issues. One was that the PA switch just needed to be kind of toggled around a little bit, and I think one of the knobs did too. But other than that, it's been pretty rock solid, and I promise at some point in time I'm going to get this guy out on the road. But for right now, it's in the radio lounge, and hopefully it sounds halfway decent.
Sounds fine. I think that's one of your better sounding radios. As you remind us, you don't have to really shout into that. It's got the audio circuit is tuned and tweaked to the way it needs to be. And so no problem there. And a classic. You don't hear that mute. You hear the 123B. You hear the Panasonic 2 chassis, the 72 to 76. But this is a little bit more rare, and it's always nice to know that we have one here in the Central Valley that we can share on OTR. So thanks for bringing it by. We'll make it radio number 4, the Robin T123. And if I click on the Rolodex, 11 tubes, 2 transistors. Yes, that's like a DC to DC conversion. Photofax or Sam's CB35. That's in book 35, page 95. And then it says something. I'm going to click here. Electronic components. I don't know what that is. So, but I don't think that has anything to do with your radio. It's doing a good job. Over.
Oh, good. Thanks. Well, everyone sounds great on it, and I certainly appreciate the opportunity to use it. And you know what? You keyed up there. I think I answered my own question. You know, I don't know how much voltage it takes to operate a vacuum tube. I'm assuming it's a little bit more than like a little red LED. Probably a little more dangerous, and you know, I think had Radio Shack included some high voltage experiments and those things, I think those kids would have gone the way of the dodo bird, or you know, lawn darts, or even what was that toy I had, the Creepy Crawlies little thing that was essentially like a 300-degree little plate that you made bugs out of. So you got small children playing with little metal 300-degree plates as a toy. Not a good thing. But anyways, what is a good thing is just how delightful it is to use it, and I certainly appreciate you giving us the opportunity. So on that, 73 from the Radio Lounge.
And 73, yeah, all the great toys that we had. What was the other one that was on the list? The Easy Bake Oven with the light bulb. So you want to heat. That's how you cook the stuff. You put a nice 100-watt light bulb in there, and I think it has real sharp metal edges in the oven, but that's you need that kind of stuff, right? All right, thanks for stopping by, as they say. Got a lot of good comments on the audio. That's right. That's really smooth audio. It doesn't sound like you're shouting. Doesn't sound mushy. It just sounds like you're sitting down and talking. So nice one. So was there somebody else? I wrote down a name, and maybe we've already done that. OTR is listening. All right, well, if we are not going to do radio, we'll do a little dance here. Remember your steps for the cha-cha? Here we go.
What are the magic numbers?
27.085 megahertz, channel 11.
Are the magic letters?
OTR.
Right here in
Fresno, California.
Radio Magic.
Old Tube Radio.
For you.
And, Alderman, I hear about the chemistry sets. You could go buy chemistry sets. You could buy even the jars, the little bottles of the parts of the chemistry set. We used to go, I kid you not, we used to go to a pharmacy. We would make contact explosive, and you needed iodine crystals and ammonia. And as kids, I don't know, we were 10 or 11 years old, we would go to the corner pharmacy, and we would buy a little tube of iodine crystals. I don't know, it was like 89 cents over the counter, and we'd come back and mix it with ammonia, and we'd make contact explosive. So I don't think you can do that today.
One more radio.
This is your one more radio frequency. I have moved to the spot that is blank, awaiting for your item of interest. I think I know what it is. Over.
You're correct. It's that one. Okay, Phil wants 300 for the Demco satellite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. All the hookup cables, etc. I'll throw in a 3-pin Amphenol mic plug if whoever gets it doesn't have one. And then make a cable adapter if they need it. And since it does have a slight hum in there, I will check that out too in the transmitter. The caps have all been replaced years ago, but they are newer caps. So I will check it out and make sure. I had everything else off except the transmitter, and it still had the little hum. So I will check that out and see if I can figure it out there. Alrighty, we'll let you go. Thank you, Dennis. Oh, next week, you may have to proxy me in, but I might be able to make it back.
Yes, and I don't know if you're getting the phone there. Next week is actually 4th of July, and right now, there's depending on what I have to do and where I might be doing it, there's a possibility that I will not be in the air chair. So as it gets closer to time, at oldtuberadio.net, I may put up a little banner beacon saying, yes, I'll be here, or no, I'll be out of the air chair. But that is 4th of July. If not, we'll open the window and we'll have fireworks galore going on and some booms and pops. But keep that in mind. I imagine a lot of you out there may have a lot of things you're doing as well, especially from that 8 to 10 o'clock time when most people do something. So possibility I will be out of the air chair. Normally on a like a holiday like that, it's not an issue. But I think there's something I may not be able to get myself out of. So we will see.
Alrighty, I'll drive slow on the way back.
Right, or we'll do the. I like that, Richard. The best of. We'll do a rerun. Find a rerun to play or to put up on the item of interest. But I have a feeling a lot of people are going to be out doing some stuff as well. It is the 10 o'clock hour, so I'll do some counting and mounting. But in the meantime, if you have one more radio that has been warming up, we will be listening from that here on the Altitude Radio Network.
OTR. Channel 11.
Right here in
Fresno, California.
Stay with us.
Old Tube Radio.
And be modern.
One more?
Yeah, we'll do one more. But look at that S meter at. Well, I've got some attenuation going on. I've got a little attenuation to get the meter down to 0, but it's just really, really quiet here tonight. Go ahead, sir, with your item of interest.
Yeah, thanks, Dennis. Dennis, we're going to check in our Hustler base from World Radio Labs. We did do a little bit of cleanup work on it, and we were able to check the channels 1 through 8. We got 7 tubes on this one, 8 channels. Well, 7. We have to correct that because 1 is not connected, and that's channel 8. I didn't realize how many channels were on this radio, but from channel 1 to channel 6, or 7 rather, to 205, channel 20, 19. There was channel 1, 17, 11, of course, on 3, and channel 10, and channel 6. So I was literally surprised at how many channels this little radio had.
Well, 23 on the tunable, and this, when you look at it, this is a very similar, at least on the exterior layout. I don't know about internally. I don't have some paperwork on that, but when you look at this compared to the Metrotech 2, you've got the 8-channel with the external crystal socket. You've got the spotter switch and the light. It's configured differently. This one is sort of stacked on top of each other rather than having the 4 knobs across the bottom. It's got the vertical S meter. I think it had the hardwired microphonium, and I think this is 7 tubes. As many tubes as you need to make it work. Always has a good sound to it, nice and easy. From World Radio Labs, Leo Meyerson, who was at the time, or maybe working on Globe for CB radios. He actually did a lot of CB radios, and still making the boat anchor 50, 60 pound, 100 watt radios as well. So I had to turn it down for the CB market. Always sounds good, and a fan favorite on Blue Radio's back to you.
Well, thank you much, Dennis. And our crystal slot was 26965. Yeah, that was something. But anyway, I appreciate you letting me check this one in, Dennis. And if we see or hear from you from next week, if not, happy 4th, buddy.
Okay, we're maybe it's a thing we don't want to have more fireworks than necessary. So maybe that's 4th of July is a good day to not turn on your radio. Who was it? It was Sean that said you have that exploding cap, capacitor in there that'll make the cat go crazy. So there'll be enough explosions for everybody to hide under the bed next week. Thanks, Joe. The Old Tube Radio Network, counting and amounting, will be back to tie the ribbons on this one. And just a reminder, it's Field Day. I don't know if it's an AR, I guess it's an ARRL sponsored event. I don't have my clear rig. What happened? Oh, because there is no rig to clear. I'm on the wrong page. I forget how to do this if I don't do it every day. But maybe I'll stay in the air chair for a couple minutes and we'll tune down to 20 and 40 meters and see how the Field Day people are doing. The Old Tube Radio Network, we had managed to get 6 radios tonight, as you heard early on. Dwayne came in on his Browning Golden Eagle Mark III from Idaho. I really thought, after hearing 709 and Mr. Nobody and Dwayne popping in, albeit for like 20 seconds, we were going to have a little bit more DX tonight, and it was wide open. They were hearing the Oregon guys down in Southern California as well. Radios tonight, a good compilation, the Demco Satellite CB1A. That was the first radio, 5 pieces, and that is up for sale. Sounded pretty darn good to me. The Browning Golden Eagle Mark IV. Kind of rare. I don't know how long we went on the Old Tube Radio Network before we actually checked in a Mark IV. It was a while. We were bringing anything they didn't exist, and there haven't been that many here in town. So it's nice when we get one. Thanks, Sean, for that. Joe on the Mustang to Metrotech, and thanks to Robert 223 for a really great picture on that. We were struggling for a long time to find a nice picture, and he brought us one. Radio number 4, the Robin T123, nice and mellow. It makes you sound good, Michael. So don't get it. It's like a good jacket and a good tie. If it makes you look good, sound good, then you got to keep it around. And the from World Radio Lab, Hustler on the Hustler. All right, everybody, have a great weekend. And I feel. Hate the radio, Katie. I feel bad for a lot of you that are having just the horrible, humid, hot weather. Why here, that is what we're supposed to be having in the end of June, and it's just been beautiful. You can see a little breeze going in the background. A lot of people, I think that's why it was a little short tonight. A lot of people are just out enjoying that, because in a week or two it's going to be miserable. Next week, 4th of July. Hopefully I'll be here. It's always fun to be sitting out here and listen to everything blowing up and wonder if the shack is going to catch on fire from the outside. But if not, I'll put up something that we will catch you in a couple of weeks. From the Old Tube Radio Network 73, and I'm going to do a little paperwork here, and then we'll see if we can't see what the stations are doing in Field Day.
Good night. Good night.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. They obviously aren't doing it on 10 meters because we don't have any activity. I've got a couple of. How am I going to do this? I got to turn that off. I change the antenna. Let's go over to the 20 meters. And I hear nothing because I think I almost know how to run my radio here. I'm going through an antenna tuner. Let's see if I can bypass that. But that is a lot quieter than I was hoping it would be, but I think should be hearing. Really should be hearing something more than that here. Almost like it's not even on the right antenna. That's crazy. Let's go down to 40 meters. On that antenna. Oh, you know what? I was on the wrong antenna. Let's go back. Here we go. I was on the wrong antenna. All right, much better. Here's...
3 Foxtrot, come again. We are 3 Alpha, Papa Alpha Charlie.
Papa Alpha Charlie. Pacific? Is that Hawaii? I don't know what the...
Foxtrot, Kilo Sierra. 3 Foxtrot, Kilo Sierra.
And...
Roger, 73.
I don't have the list in front of me, but a Foxtrot may be...
Kilo Sierra 0, Julius Alpha.
That they're battery powered. 3 is the number of people.
7 Whiskey, please copy our 3 Foxtrot. Kilo Sierra, over.
Kilo Sierra is probably Kansas.
Copy by 3 Alpha, India Delta, 3 Alpha, Idaho. I got 3 Alpha, Idaho. Thanks for stopping by, 7-3.
Okay, Idaho to Kansas at 14271.
Juliet Alpha. Kilo Charlie 7 Oscar, please copy on 3 Foxtrot. Kilo Sierra, over. I got it. 1 Echo LAX. Thanks for stopping by. QRZ.
Couldn't hear the LAX. That's Los Angeles. So, what you would expect, but the band is. A 1 Delta. That's somebody operating from home. So, yeah, a lot of stuff. Doesn't sound like anybody's running a lot of power. In field day, you don't normally. You're usually running your rig on its own power. Which is kind of the point. All right, let's go down to...
Mike Lima. Kilo Hotel 6 Mike Lima. 1 Delta. Papa Alpha Charlie.
So that is Hawaii. Papa Alpha Charlie for the Pacific.
Roger, roger.
Nice signal there.
Thank you, British Columbia 73 and aloha. QRZ. Kilo 6.
Of course, we can't hear the West Coast stations.
Michigan 1 Delta, Mike India, big signal here as well, Kilo.
There's a big signal.
7-3. Whiskey 1, Tango uniform.
Can't hear the station coming. All right, down. Whiskey 1, down to 40.
Alpha Zulu, thank you very much and good luck in the field day.
40 meters.
Take your field day. Alpha Golf 7, Mike India. Alpha Golf 7, Mike India. Take your field day. Whiskey Delta 6, Bravo Norway Radio. November 7th. It's November 7, Hotel Yankee Victor, I think, for Alpha Oregon.
Oregon and
For
Nevada.
another silver state, and good luck in the field day.
Which is what you would expect from
Copy 5 Alpha Zulu.
is it Arizona.
Copy 1 Delta, Whiskey Alpha. Copy 1 Delta, what's the section again? Whiskey Alpha, Western Washington.
Western Washington, sounding good. That's what we were hoping to get tonight.
7-3. Kilo, QRZ.
Norway Tango 6 X-ray.
Norway Tango 6 X-ray, is that correct?
Roger, 1 Bravo Orange.
Copy 1 Bravo Orange. Please copy 5 Alpha Zulu. You're about 20 over here in northern Arizona.
Yeah, you're booming in here too. Have fun.
7-3. Kilo, 7 Kilo, Kiorzan.
And that is a special event station, I think, with a call like that.
Whiskey Alpha 6 Charlie Whiskey. Please copy 5 Alpha Zulu.
Kilo 7 is Kiska Island Expedition from the Aleutian Islands.
Copy 1 Delta LAX. 7-3, good luck.
But they're not out of
This is K7K, Kiorzan.
Is anybody just talking? Probably not on the field day now.
You are duplicate. Please, next station. CQ, Whiskey 7 to your Alpha. Alpha Bravo station comes in, please. Okay, I think I heard Alpha Bravo 6 Sierra Delta. Okay, it's Alpha Bravo 6 Sierra.
Comes out at 7282.
Alright, please copy 6 Alpha Oscar Romeo.
Let me find out where this station's from.
Thank you much. Whiskey 7 to Alpha. Thank you.
7 man.
7-3. CQ Field Day, Whiskey 7 Victor, W7V Field Day.
There's another special event station. Let me find that before we get out of here. What's a W7 Victor? What are they doing? West Valley in Sun City, Arizona.
CQ Field Day, Whiskey 7 Victor, W7V Field Day.
It's a special club call. All right. Well, if you're doing field day or going to do field day, I think it's on until 11 o'clock, 11 a.m., 12 a.m. I don't know what the Zulu time is, at least here on the West Coast. Tomorrow, and then usually the bands clear up. There'll be nobody on, so everybody's tired and taking a nap, so that'll be the time to get out. I'll look for you next week if I'm in the air chair, I hope, but if not, I'll let you know. So good DX, and we'll catch you next time on your old Tube Radio Network.
CQ Field Day, Whiskey 7 Victor, W7V Field Day. CQ Field Day, Whiskey 7 Victor, W7V Field Day.
And at some point you can't make multiple contacts if it's on the same frequency, I think. So what happens is everybody has talked to everybody else. So they're looking for those people to get out there that haven't been on the air yet and get a couple of points. 102. I just heard one of those go outside the window here. Yeah, Richard, we'll try it out. I don't even want to try and have a regular conversation on 40 tonight. It might be a little tough, and we'll end up giving out a lot of 1 deltas. SJV here. You must be in like Orange. I don't know where you guys are.
Repeat call sign, please.
Hey, we'll take it one letter at a time. I copied the Oscar.
Delta Mike 13. Delta Mike 06 Orange. All right.
November 7, Oscar Yankee.
All right, good night from the older tube radio network.
November 7, Oscar Yankee.
Maybe what I should do next year is have the radio out in the yard with a battery. To do it that way. Have a walkie-talkie or something.
A few minutes here when conditions might change a little. Give it another try here in a few. This is Kilo 7 Kilo. Georgia.
Taking field day, Kilo 4, Mike Sierra uniform.
November 6, Romeo Victor Delta. Kilo November 6, November Whiskey Delta, QSL. Kilo November 6, Romeo Whiskey Delta, please copy 3 Alpha Kentucky. Whiskey Romeo Golf. I copy 1 Delta, was it Whiskey Romeo Golf? Oscar Romeo Golf. That makes more sense? That makes more sense. All right, thanks for the contact, 7-3. CQ Field Day, CQ Field Day. This is Kilo 4, Mike Sierra uniform.
It's back up on 20 meters, by the way. You're here in the 4s now.
Say that again. Bravo something.
Waiting to see if we can get a TN, a Tennessee for Richie here.
VK3, Victor Kilo 3. Victor Kilo 3, Bravo Charlie Mike, QSL. You're going to have to say that again. Say that again.
Trying to see where this 4 call is from.
Go ahead and say the call again.
They work harder at night because they don't get as many calls.
Yeah, I'm not getting it. You're in the noise. Try again.
And that's how I know the band is open, right? Like the FT8.
Victor Kilo 3, Bravo Charlie, / mobile.
A mobile field day?
Give me that class and section again. Did you say 1 Bravo? One Delta.
This guy's working overtime to get this one.
1 Delta, Delta X-ray. All right, try that again.
I think it was a Delta X-ray. It's out of the U.S.
1 Delta Echo X-ray. All right, I have 1 Delta. I need the section. One Delta section, X-ray, X-ray. Victor Kilo 3, Bravo Charlie. I got 1 Delta, and I'm hearing X-ray, X-ray.
Victor Kilo says Australia. Should be hearing them.
VK3, Victoria Charlie. VK3, Victoria Bravo Charlie / mobile.
Mobile.
Okay, now class is 1 Delta X-ray. All right, now the section.
Are they doing the ISS?
1DX, do you have a section? Oh, no, probably not. I don't get that.
Yeah, that's why they're DX. That's why they're DX. Yeah, you got, what, 5 minutes every 90 minutes to work the ISS if they're there?
Yeah, you're real low. I can't hear what you're trying to tell me. Try that again, nice and slow.
I want to see if this guy gets the contact. He's probably a DX. That's why because he's out of the country. You thought I was patient. Probably there's some conditions. I think he fell off the chair. And as they say, just like that. UHF, so you could have one of those on the HT. What do you have to have? The dual antenna? The cross-polarized antenna on that, and then you split the frequency. That's tough on a HT, that's for sure. Oh, the stock antenna, holy cow. All right, I think they abandoned that one, so we're going to jump out of here. As they say, good luck in the contest, sir. Or in this case, the non-contest contest.
Field Day.